difficult. And 16. We're gonna be 16 apart. Okay. There's very little fiddling apparently that we can do right now to fix this. Okay, this is going to be 18 minutes. Really? 18 minutes? No. 4 hours. See, that doesn't work out. Okay. Well, let's warp our way over here. Because nothing goes wrong when you warp, right? Oh yeah, we need to change the Drexus Expeditious rover, because that thing gives us way too many notifications. So our relative velocity, still 800. Okay, so see how quickly this is dropping, because of course now we're reaching the same height, and as you know in orbital mechanic, height is speed. Okay, I want to get close. This is terrible. Get that science. Okay, remember we have too little delta V to do this. So we're gonna see if we can get to 250 kilometers and actually get this done. This is too far away though. Okay, 200 for safety. RCS. 200 for safety. Okay, switch to that craft. Can I? Come on. Switch to it. Switch to it? No? Stupid. Rendezvous. Switch to target. Cannot focus on object we do not own. Oh god, it's not been initialized yet. It's not been initialized because we're too far away. We needed the other encounter. We cannot do this right now. We have 114 left. We do not own this because we need to be within 2 kilometers to get an actual encounter. And right now, with 100 meters per second, we do not have the maneuverability we need to get another encounter. Darn it. Yeah, which means we just need to return this thing. At our apoapses, we should add a maneuver node. You can switch only at sea. Yeah, a little bit under 2 kilometers exactly. Ah, so annoyed. So, what we're going to do instead is we are going to be warping up and returning this craft, and we're going to need to do another mission to pick up that last Kerbal. Also, we're crossing the radiation belt several times now, so look at Jedfin, 4% radiation. They're actually getting quite a bit of radiation right now, which is surely unhealthy. You're waiting for the correction maneuver? Oh no, that at that point, We were so oddly balanced, we had so little fuel, correction maneuver would have been useless. We already had too little fuel to actually do the encounter properly. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go lower than 50 kilometers. And let's see, that gets us a little bit of slowdown. Lower than 50 kilometers should be able to get us back home. Could probably actually get to 40 kilometers. Here's how much confidence I have in this right now. We will be fine. Hey, the auto host from Eric Vulgaris with 13 people watching. That is super awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, there we go. They are just in time to see the potential death of 2 astronauts. Nah, these 2 will be fine. At least, you know, that's what we keep telling them. Okay, we are re-entering. For certain values of fine, exactly. Meaning of the word fine, you were previously unaware of. Fine means their bodies can be recovered for science. Okay, time to land this baby. We have a pretty strong aerobrake going. We're going down to 50 kilometers with this orbital speed of 2,500 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers a second. 2,500 kilometers a second, we would be dead. Again, keep your eye on this ablator. It will not go down fully, but this is the thing, the heat shield that's going to be burning up here. It's a fine line we're crossing. Yes, that it's in fact about that line. You see that? That's exactly where you get the atmosphere to space. Okay. So, in the meantime, before our rover reaches the second moon, we can, in that time, we can already recover the other vessel, because that's already the other Kerbal. That was already the easier one to recover. So we've done the hard one. That's the good news. I want to babysit this thing a little bit, just to see how this will go. Technically, a wormhole could open the upper atmosphere, transport these Kerbals to another place in the universe. I guess, technically. Practically? Nah, not likely. Okay, they are experiencing quite a strong deorbit here. Let's see. Where are we? So we're going to be landing here in the water, as you can see. That's the projected trajectory. Our periapsis is already lowering massively, and our apoapsis is going to be dropping below 70. So this is definitely a capture. The only concern is, are we going to be going down too swiftly? Are we going to fail because of aerodynamic forces? I don't think so, but it might have been prudent to get a shallower angle to spend longer aerobraking. But I think given the rate at which our velocity is dropping, we should be okay. We're experiencing some G-forces here. They're still in relatively safe parameters. But once we start hitting thicker and thicker atmosphere, that is going to be changing. KSP Farscape? Now that would be nice. have an uppity ship that's not obeying your commands, needing a special pilot everywhere. Okay, look at this. We are speeding down enough. We are going to be fine. Now look at the ablator. We did not even get that much at all. And that's of course because the speeding down we're doing has all been in upper atmosphere. So this is the real aero brake. If you go down already here to here and you start aero braking, that's when you get some real tough burns. But as you can see, this is already calming down. So in upper atmosphere, we just use the air resistance to slow down massively. That's pretty much what you need to be doing. Now it's very hard because we're landing on the dark side of Kerbin, so I'm just going to put that landmass over there so you can see what's happening. As you can see, we are landing in the water as projected by the mod. Now, I'm still waiting until we get the all clear for the drogue chute. Toggle that info. Well, oh, deployment safe. So we're deploying these to get some slowdown. You can see that the G-force is spiked a little bit. That's the exact point of these, to slow down enough, but gently. Let's toggle the info on this one. It is safe to deploy, so let's deploy that one as well. Which means we now have a safe return for our 2 Kerbals. And a bunch of the data that they were bringing. In the meantime, we have completed the biome scan of Kerbin. We have scanned 75% of Kerbin's surface. We are rescuing Rory from the orbit. We saved them, and soon, when we land, that will be the definitive... We have saved them and returned them. Again, a little spike of G-forces until we reach the safe deployment for that one, which is, I think, at 1,000. So right now, 175 would destroy this vessel. But these chutes, the drogue chutes, are just to slow us down at about 1,000. Let's see if we can slow down on time. I think it's at 1,000. That one will deploy and slow us down tremendously. There we go. And it only starts slowing down once it's deployed. That's another thing about the real chute. Wait, does that not work? It's not slowing us down at all? Why? Oh wait, we're in orbital speed. Oh my god, I was thinking we were gonna die there. Whew. We never switch from orbital speed. Okay, we're safe. Let's speed this down. Yeah, Maffy, I was terrified that this parachute was bugged. But fortunately, even if it were, we had the ejection modules, so we would have shot both the Kerbals out in that direction, their chutes would have activated, and they individually would have been fine. The G-forces would have knocked them out, but they would have been fine. You know, unconscious in the sea with no flotation device. They'll be fine. I mean, you've seen Open Water, right? That movie ended well, I think. We have captured. Recover. Oh, don't crash on me now. Don't you crash on me now, Kerbal. Okay, that's music. That's good. Okay. We did get some of that science. We got a bunch of cash. Excellent. And we've got Rory Kerman ready to go. So that is the 66,000 we got for saving Rory Kerman. Now, Our next mission is going to be relatively the same, except it's going to take less time. We're going to be saving the other Kerbal from orbit. Thank you, Vaden. Thank you. Indeed, a successful mission. Something that should be toasted. We have the EV-1, which by now is actually has more Delta V than we need. But it's okay. We're gonna get Jedvan back in there because we have no other pilot. And the EV-1, after it's been scrubbed down and cleaned and prepared for another journey, is ready to go. Actually, let's wait for a relatively useful rotation. We're going to go to the tracking station. What we're going to do is wait until the pod that we need to capture is relatively close. Let's see, we want to save Carrick's Heap. Now we're going to be taking off from here, so if Carrick's Heap is about here and we start taking off, we can launch like that, maybe even here. We can launch like that. That thing will be moving like that over there. And we can just overshoot until we get down and we get a good encounter. So let's see if we speed this up a little bit. There, that sounds good. Let's see if that works. I'm completely guessing it. Fear to ask, where is Jeb? I think Jeb is somewhere in that mountain, and that mountain, and that mountain, and a little bit over here. Same goes for Valentina. There is, I believe, a highlight of Jeb's death on the Twitch page. Valentina's death was real stupid. Literally a point of, I tried to pull up, I was flying pretty low. It was a failed landing and I wanted to pull up and didn't pull up in time. Jeb, I believe, was also a casualty of the experimental jet program. A very poor landing, which caused him to, well, litho break. Sadly, both of them did not make it. Jedvan, though, is a brave recruit. Jedvan has served us well, and proudly. In fact, Jedvan has mysteriously come back from the dead at least once. Twice, even, I think. 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Clear from the tower. We've completely neglected to change the thrust weight, if you recall, which is something that I was talking about before. So what we're going to do is we're going to pitch down quite swiftly at the start here, so that we blast up like this. Oh god, those little pauses can be lethal if they happen at the wrong time. It's, see, we're hitting Mach 1, so this thing is getting a little bit hard to control right now. Okay, this may be a little bit too aggressive, but I think we will do fine. It's struggling a little bit, trying to pitch up. There we go, there we go, there we go. Keep to the prograde, keep to the prograde. Now dump those and fire forward. Okay, we're doing good here. I want to check this out from the map view now. Okay, we could easily have waited. We could easily have waited. I want to move forward. I hope I'm not risking this rocket destroying itself. But by the looks of this, we could have waited a little bit more before heading up. But still, I'm hoping to push this forward and get an encounter somewhere here, maybe here. Okay, I'm keeping my eye on the numbers at the top left there. Experimental jet program. Ah, nice. I should have thought of that one. Okay, I need to make sure to pitch up a little bit because we are nearing our apoapsis and we are not in a comfortable place just yet. You knew him well, Horatio. He was a man of infinite jest. Oh, he bore me on his shoulders 1,000 times. Into space, no less. Here hung those gentle lips I kissed I know not how oft. Where are your jibes now, your gambols? Poor Jeb. Okay, we need to pitch up a little bit because we do need to reach a fair apoapsis. Fortunately, as you can see over there, we have plenty of delta V. This is another reason why I can recommend Kerbal Engineer, because you can see stats like this from this map screen, which really helps in doing maneuvers in this manner. Okay, there we go. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. We already have an intercept on the way. The only downside is we need to make sure that we can... There... Whoa, 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 whoa. Not that swift. I'm gonna overshoot a little bit. There we go. Because then we can... I'm aiming for this encounter here. See, our separation is lowering. $70, $50, $30, $10, $9, $8, $3.6. There we go. This was my exact plan. I wanted it to be a little bit closer, but since it's behind us, we are in front of it. What we need is to slow down relatively. Now remember, lower orbits, faster speed, higher orbits, slower speed, so we need to boost above in order to slow down comparatively to the thing that's chasing us, which means that at this point, we get a close encounter of the Kerbal kind. And all we now need to do is point retrograde while we wait for us to be close. And when we circularize, or when we meet the relative velocity, which we can with this stage alone, by definition, we have the same orbit, which is an orbit. Rather than the suborbital flight we are on now. So in this case, we need to be careful with warping. Take lower orbit, or yeah, higher orbit suits. Yeah, see, this there's multiple ways of getting these rendezvous, and either it's higher, but the thing is, higher would have gotten us there, but since we were ahead, we would have kept going faster, so we would have had more rotations before we actually got there. The slower route got us there swifter. As in, we didn't even need one orbit before we got there. So, there we go. Need 15 seconds of burn. And notice, by the way, what direction we're burning in. We are going to be burning anti-normal to shift this one down and our periapsis up. See, anti-normal, that is away from the ground. Okay, very gently advancing. Where is our target, by the way? Oh, there we go. So target's going to be at 3.6 kilometers in 40 seconds, and we need to burn for 15 seconds. So at about 7 seconds is when we need to do full burn. And we can do the entire thing on this tank. Perfect. Okay. 20. 15 seconds. We are falling heavily. 10, 3, 2, 1. Burn. Notice our periapsis, which is rising. By the time we finish this, we will be in a solid orbit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, a little bit off. We are in an orbit. Boom. And we are... Where is our friend? Where did he move off to? You're close enough by that we don't get you highlighted anymore? That seems strange. Where's your highlight? I thought you were there. We were moving this way. Maybe we passed you. I was not paying attention to that one. Oh, there you go. You're right below us. Perfect. We could have them EVA over. That might even be the easiest solution. There again, that's the result of those little glitches that I've been getting. Make sure to turn on the lights so that they know where to find us. Extend the solar panels. Woo! Oh, wait, we cannot go there yet. Remember? That was the issue we had before. We were too far away. So, we will need to move towards that beauty. What direction are you in? This is always very disorientating to me. I believe you're in... No, that's exactly the wrong direction. Let's get prograde. Oh, hey. That's interesting. We're already going towards you 0.1 kilometers. That's a lovely bonus. EVA jet, hop, Jetvan, we don't need to. We'll get there in 6 minutes. So we're just going to point retrograde. Not quite sure what happened there. I guess we swapped exactly what we needed. Bit of a mystery to me here. So, in a couple of seconds, there we go. Kerman is now spawned. Indeed, as you said, less than 2.3 kilometers. So, you're getting messages that all the life support is off. That's because when it spawns into physics, it first has nothing. And now it quickly spawns the life support as well. Do we not have RCS thrusters, or are these not engaged? They are enabled. Oh, I have the RCS turned on. That's the problem. Turn off. There we go. 0. Perfect. Switch on over to... Oh, this is that... Oh, it's dark in there. This is that colonization module top. I've never seen this one before yet in action. Toggle a ground tether. Must be landed on the ground for ground tether to operate. Oh, that's cool. So this does a ground tether thing? Gelson Shroud, let's do that. What is that? As a power coupler. Cool. Let's EVA. Kerman. There we go. Okay, buddy. For safety. Do the safety dance. Do 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 do. So we're just going to do a calm approach. It's space. Don't do anything too risky. You know, within Kerbal limits. such as getting yourself stuck in an orbit